Welcome, 1101. We are back from our spring break. This is week six of 8, so we are quickly approaching the end of our course. With that said, let's keep some things in mind. I'm looking at participation in the online course. Some of you have not checked in since last week or second to last week of March. That's a problem, okay? Some of you aren't turning in essays. That's a problem, okay? Look at your grade book. If you don't turn in an assignment without a valid excuse, I could grant you an extension if you talk to me about it. But if you just check out and don't do what you're supposed to do, I don't frankly know what you expect from me. So please mind your P's and Q's and get with it the last couple of weeks there, because there are no miracles, folks. You either do the work or you don't do it. It's not my grade, it's your grade. Okay, so please take the remaining few weeks seriously here. Let's talk about what we have, speaking of the remaining few weeks. This week, at the end of it, your argumentative persuasive essay, your first run, as it were, is due. And what I mean by first run, as we talked about during last week's video, you are not required, in fact, you should not have any outside research on your topic. This is you arguing based on your own sense of logic, of credibility, and emotion, okay? Those appeals that we're talking about there, logic, credibility, and emotion, are Greek words, logos, ethos, and pathos, respectively. This is the classical mode of argumentation. You want to argue based on logic, reason, rationality. You want to argue based on values and credibility, ethos, and then you want to use rich, emotive, charged language in order to rouse your audience to adopt your position or to take a stand or to agree to your proposal, whatever it might be. Now, speaking of that and people participating and not participating and coming to me or not with suggested topics, I don't know that anybody has come to me in the past week about a suggested topic or thesis for your argumentative and persuasive essay. I think actually one student did, if I recall correctly. So, I offer myself as a resource to you guys, reaching out to me, asking me for advice. Remember, we had said that some things you want to avoid. You don't want to do an argumentative essay on a really tired, outworn topic. Or if you do, you want to come at it at a different angle, or maybe you have a refreshing new take on the topic. For example, abortion or marijuana legalization, or lowering the drinking age from 21 to 18, or euthanasia, or assisted suicide is another way you might put it, or college athletes should be paid. These I regard as kind of hackneyed, cliche topics, papers that I've read many, many times. And frankly, as the one who has to read your papers, these topics are kind of becoming boring and stale to me. So think of something new or unique. It can be something going on in the topical socio-political arena of today. The president's proposed border wall, for example. That's something going on. Maybe there is a strong case to be made for that, or a strong case in refutation of that proposal of building a border wall. The anti-vaccination movement, that is a topic that we're discussing today, and a topic for which I haven't read 1,000 papers on. Maybe you are an anti-vaxxer, as it were, and you want to state your case, or state the case. You're not really stating your case. Again, I don't want you to pepper in first-person pronouns throughout this essay. I think, I. Get rid of that and use third-person pronouns. Instead of, I think vaccination is unnecessary, just say, vaccination is unnecessary. I eliminated the I think, and I've made it more universal by using objective third person. it is rather than I think. When you use third person, in the interest of being more objective, you universalize your ideas. So it's not just you thinking that, it's a thought that, or an opinion that should be shared among everybody. It is, not I think it is, okay? So keep that in mind. You want to avoid first-person pronouns for the no research version and the research version, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. Speaking of research, how do you conduct research, okay? You can do it all online, but you need to go through the Georgia Northwestern Technical College Library Database System. This is called Galileo. It's used by GNTC and other in the Technical College system of Georgia. Galileo is like a repository for databases. Databases that contain academic articles or reviews or periodicals. Examples from experts. Experts in the field have written on these things, on the pros and cons of vaccination, for example. You could find scholarly articles, scientific data on that, okay? And in fact, you will need to incorporate this, whatever your topic is, for your final paper. So keep that in mind, and you'll walk with me, and excuse me for a minute, my cat is arguing to get out of the room. So let's just walk over here real quick so that she doesn't keep disturbing us. All right. That is that. So back to our post here. So how do you get to the Galileo databases? Let's talk about that. You can do that quite easily. You could you could just search in Google, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, or GNTC Library. Up it will pull, and you will see a link for library services. Click on it, you'll see Galileo. All right, click in Galileo, and you've got all the databases from which you may choose, okay? You could just plug it in, your topic, in the main search bar once you get in there. You could search in Academic Search Complete. That is a pretty popular database. You could browse by subject. You could go to the different subject fields they have. Let's say your argumentative topic is police body cameras, okay? More police officers in more municipalities throughout the nation should be required to wear police body cameras, okay? Well, maybe your subject would be criminology or criminal justice, or maybe even sociology or something like that. And that might narrow your search a little bit, okay? So remember, there's a research component for the second version of this argumentative persuasive essay, okay? I advise you guys to look in SCC, Successful College Composition, our course text, and look at the research unit, okay? I advise you to start doing that now so that you understand how to incorporate in-text citations. Remember, you need to use MLA format. You are going to be required to produce a works cited page for this final essay, okay? Now, it's not for another few weeks still, but you need to be thinking about this. So by this week, your no research version is due by Sunday. Okay, this is you arguing police body cameras should be worn by more police officers nationwide. Let's say that's your thesis, because it will produce good thing A, B, and C, if you want to give a thesis map to that, let's say. Okay, but you're just arguing based on perhaps intuition, or does it seem reasonable to do that? What could be the possible consequences, outcomes, benefits, etc.? But then you're going to take that same topic for the second version, and then you're going to apply the research that you found. So you're going to be incorporating what experts have said into your own text. So you're going to be kind of in conversation with experts in the field. What have other analysts had to say about police body cameras following our example, let's say, okay? So be present, be aware, be on task. Do please what I ask, and if you have a question, hey, I'm just an email shoot away. Go ahead and ask me, but I'm not going to be coming to you all and pulling teeth. It is your responsibility to do the work, to be a little intellectually curious, and I'm not spoon-feeding everything to you guys, so you have to do the work as a student as well. To that end, I also have this week a discussion forum posted. You don't have to, well, let me back up. You should contribute a post or two to this discussion forum this week, but I'm keeping it open throughout next week too. Okay, so let's just kind of recap and backtrack a little bit. By the end of this week, you need your no research version of your argumentative persuasive topic. That is due by Sunday. In addition to that, a 2-week-long discussion forum is now open as of you watching this video, okay? It's going to run from Monday, the 8th, first thing in the morning, and then it's going to go all the way to Sunday, the 21st. The more you post throughout these 2 weeks during which the forum is open, the better grade you will get, okay? Ideally, you should have 2 posts, 2 original posts this week, and 2 original posts next week. If you want to think of it that way, each post will be 25 points. If you do all 4 posts, that's 100, okay? Now remember, you also have to be interacting with one of your classmates. So you have to contribute an original post and respond to at least one other classmate's post as well. So my advice, as it is a 2-week long post or forum, give a couple of posts this week, give a couple of posts next week. And the forum is geared towards your research, okay? Your topic, your argumentative persuasive topic, your research. I want you guys to start talking to each other. What are you finding out there in Galileo? Help each other out, give each other advice, okay? So please contribute to the 2-week-long forum this week and next week. Also, blogs are back. You're going to notice the blog a little different this time. I've made it available course-wide. I think I had done it where I just made it available individually. So when you go to the blogs now, you'll see a folder. Click in the folder, and then you'll see the new blog. I think I have it dated the 8th through the 14th. And remember, contributing to the blog is going to earn you extra credit for your final essay, the research essay on your argumentative and persuasive topic, okay? Grades will be coming back to you guys as well. I think I've completed the descriptive essays, so any backlog SCC or reader assignments will be graded and returned to you this week. So be on the lookout for that. And that's all I have, guys. A longer video this week, but a lot to cover, especially as we're anticipating the last few weeks of class. I need us all to get in gear. One more reminder, what are you doing this week? Your essay is due. Your no research version for your argumentative persuasive, and you need to contribute at least 2 posts to the available discussion forum on your research topic and the research you're finding. 2 this week. Remember, the forum's open next week too, so you can contribute 2 next week as well. 25 points per post. You do all 4 and respond at least to one other student, you'll get full credit for this assignment, okay? So that's all I have, folks, trying to keep it at the 15-minute threshold here. So with that, I'm signing off. Have a great productive week coming off of that spring break. Hope you had a good one. And check in with me should you need me. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.